Hey everyone, it's Adam and Katie for Fireside Chat.
Stop. Fireside Chat time.
We have transitioned to the fire. Our daughter pointed out that we really haven't been in the hammock in a long time because our hammock stand broke, and it's like the show formerly known as...
Pretty soon it'll just be the symbol.
Right. I'm checking with you. I'm checking with you.
Good.
So, I really want to say, how's y'all's doing? I don't know why. I told my husband I'm in rare form.
Don't say that.
No, that's what I wanted to say.
Don't say that.
So, anyway. Oh, so I was talking to a friend the other day, and we were talking about commercials that are annoying, that you're glad aren't on anymore. You know what the one I said was? Awesome! And she agreed. She's like, I'm really glad that one's not on anymore. Do you have one?
You know the hump day one?
Yeah, I never really liked it.
What day is it? No, I hate it.
Hump day, which it is today.
Yeah, I don't like that one.
Look at our daughter loves that one apparently. Do you have another one that would bother you?
If I thought about it long enough, I could come up with probably.
How about you guys? Do you have a commercial that just
drives you nuts?
It drives you nuts, but yet you remember. Although, what was the "What's Up" one about? Beer.
That's what a good commercial does.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter whether you hate it or love it, but if you remember it.
Although
there are some things though where I watch the commercial and I go, I will intentionally not buy that product. There are a couple of local car commercials.
Yeah.
If I ever bought a car needed a car, I would intentionally not go to these places.
So that reminds me, when I was driving our daughter home from parent-teacher conferences, she came with me to them. She was playing jump ball. You guys know what jump ball is? Hey, Abby! And there was a commercial for someone running for what? Like a political office. And she kept reading it every time, the slogan. I'm like, hey, that's working, you know? Hey, Melanie, how are you? So, welcome aboard, you mateys. I told you, I'm just in rare form. I can't help it. So anyway, what we wanted to do is... Do you need to tell her something?
No, I'm good.
Okay. So what we want to do this evening is we asked our kids if they would ask us a question about marriage. They're not going to be on the show, sorry, but they gave us a question that we're going to answer live on the show. So, do you have a particular order? The 2.5-year-old did not.
Follow your lead, yeah.
Okay, but I think you know the questions better than I do. I heard half of them.
Strong One said,
the 5-year-old.
What is hard?
What is hard about marriage? And we would love to hear your answer as well, because it's much more fun when there's group participation.
Much more fun.
On Stop Hammock Time Fireside Chat. Okay, but they're not endorsing our show. But if they want to,
the Detroit Lions endorsing our show.
That would be amazing.
If they wanted to,
I would wear their gear maybe every time if they wanted to sponsor our show. Do people sponsor Facebook Live?
Yeah.
Thing?
Mm-hmm.
Can you do that?
That's a thing.
It is?
Yeah.
You know for a fact?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
All right, so if you have any sponsors ideas, you can also let us know that.
Like
okay.
Hammock companies?
Yes, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
So this company or guy or someone started following me the other day who likes hammocks, or he wanted to join the Hammock Time Hangout Hub, and it was like, no, you don't really want to know about marriage. You just want to know about hammocks, and we don't talk about that a lot.
Although maybe we should.
Maybe we should. So what's hard about marriage? Why don't you answer? Are we both answering, or just what?
Is there anything that's not hard about marriage?
I don't know.
I saw something today.
It's not hard to love you.
Yeah.
It's hard to like you some days.
I think it is hard to love you sometimes.
No, it's not.
Yeah. I read something today, and I think I've read it before, but it was good to read again. And it said, stop saying marriage is just a piece of paper. Because
does anyone say that?
Yes. Yeah, marriage is just a piece of paper.
Marriage is just a piece of paper.
It's just a certificate. You go get it. It's really not that meaningful.
Okay.
It's just, it's not a covenant. It's thing that we can get in and out of whenever
Okay.
we want to, that sort of thing. That's what it was meaning.
Okay.
If you're going to be difficult.
Life is like a box of chocolate. Marriage
So-
is like a piece of paper. Sorry.
Okay.
Go ahead.
I'm done.
No, go ahead. I'll behave.
It said, stop saying marriage is just a piece of paper, because so is money, and you get up every single day and you work hard for it. So get up every single day and work hard for your marriage.
That's good. That's good.
Wasn't that good?
That is good. Can
Yep.
you push
Yep.
the Seymour?
Yes.
So Melanie says it's hard.
Seymour Butts. Get it? Remember that?
What was that from?
Didn't you? What was the? It was like a
We
middle school
digress.
joke. The middle school joke. Hard to forgive the same thing over and over again.
Yes, the purse is more important than having things your way.
Mhm.
Ah, yes. We have both used that on each other.
Do you mind turning that down just a little?
It is hot. Okay, keep talking
Just a little.
about the next thing. Oh, did we answer? What's hard about marriage?
What's hard? I mean, I think my answer, everything is hard about it. Everything can be hard at different points. It's not hard. It's not easy all the time to communicate. It's not easy all the time to make time for each other. It's
I
not
know what's coming
easy
next. Go ahead.
all the time to.
Commence.
I wasn't gonna say that, but
Hey, Lucia, how are you? So yes, there's many things that can be hard about marriage. I mean, and I think it's different for different couples. Like sometimes, you can look at a marriage and be like, oh, they're so great at, communicating. I wish we were better at communicating, or,
I think for me one of the hardest things is learning and relearning to communicate the way that you need, not the way I communicate or the way I think you need to communicate or need to receive information.
like in
But
musical
to-
form, right?
No, that's not quite what I was talking about, but maybe if I sang everything, you would listen and
I'd probably be distracted because I jump in with the jazz hands, right?
probably.
Right, but communicate in a way that they can hear, which I'm trying to learn that for him because I'm a woman, obviously, and I have a lot of words.
You're a vomiter.
Yes, I will just keep spewing, and I'm a feedback person.
Information.
Yes, and he's like,
Honey,
you
come
lost
on.
me at the beginning.
You got to give me the Reader's Digest version. Just give me what I need to know. Not all the details of what you are doing throughout the day. Although that stuff is important for me to know. But it's like the sponge is mostly full. If you want the information to stay in the sponge, you got to just give me a little bit.
Right.
Or it's just going to start oozing out the other ear.
Right.
Yep.
So, I never know if it's really recording us still
Don't know.
or not. So I should just keep
maybe
talking.
you should just sing a song to fill the time.
But then they could be hearing it, which is
What's
awkward.
wrong with that?
Can you just shimmy it a little bit
No,
to make
because
sure?
that
Okay.
doesn't do anything.
Okay, so we'll just keep talking. So, but I think, like, I'm trying to learn that too, because I used to think when you'd say it's too much information that it was like, I just, like you didn't care about communicating, which that
Yeah.
wasn't fair.
Not true.
Because it's
either.
not that you didn't care about communicating, it's just that you needed, what are you doing there?
You
Okay.
keep talking.
Okay. It's just that I can't multitask, so they're doing something over here, and like my mind is like, done. Okay. So, all that to say is, I used to think that he was, oh, I hope it's not our connection, Melanie. I'm so distracted.
Keep speaking.
I'm trying.
Keep talking.
I know. I used to think he was just like not working at communicating, but for him it was just like too much information, and so I'm trying to learn too to give him the main points and to not go on and on like I am right now. Okay, so next question.
Give me the bullet
Points.
points. Yes.
There you go.
I was gonna say,
Yes.
give me the bullet.
Carry on.
Yeah.
Okay, so what's hard about marriage? What was another question we had?
The other question was, what is fun about marriage?
What is fun about marriage?
What is fun about marriage?
Well, go ahead.
I was going to say, my answer would continue to be the same as the other one. Just because something's hard doesn't necessarily mean it's not fun.
Touche.
And so all of those things can be fun as well. In a way, your answer was good too about. There we go. Your answer was good, about being in companionship, having a companion to share those things. So the hard things can be fun when you're not going through them by yourself.
Right. You know what? I put my Wi-Fi on, and I should have it off because remember it doesn't work very well. Can you do that? I don't know if you can do that.
I would try to do that.
We're gonna try to do something. Just 1 second. Okay. We'll see if this works. We don't know.
See?
Yeah, so I was just saying it's fun to have someone, to go to a movie with. Although I've heard it's fun to go to movies by yourself.
It is.
And I heard that on a podcast the other day that this person goes to a movie by themselves. And it reminded me that I have yet to do that. And I want to do that. But all that to say,
I would recommend it.
It's fun to have someone to dance with. And kiss. And those kind of things.
Hashtag it.
Yes. All the things. That's fun.
Mm-hmm.
It's fun to laugh together.
It's fun to communicate.
It's fun to have someone that knows you, really knows you, and is willing to stick it out with you, even though they know the good, the bad, the ugly, everything in between.
Fun to have a best friend with you.
With me?
Most of the time. No,
a best friend. Okay.
Friend with you. I was talking about myself or those being married.
Okay. Next question.
Okay.
We only have one more, right?
Yes.
Upstairs didn't give us one.
Yeah.
This is a doozy.
The question was, shouldn't you wait to kiss until you get married?
Hot topic alert! What do you guys think?
What are your thoughts?
Well, here's the thing. If that's what you did, awesome. That's not what we did, awesome. Mostly awesome. But I remember one time I told our 14-year-old daughter, she was probably like 9 at the time, she heard of a couple that didn't kiss till they were married. And she goes, I'm not going to do that. And I said, that's fine. You don't have to. But I thought you had a good answer. Your answer was?
Yeah, I just said, there aren't very many more intimate things than being face to face with somebody. And we don't see that. We don't see that very often. We don't do that very often in today's society because we always have a screen in front of us, or we're texting somebody, or we're whatever, Snapchat and Twitter and Instagram and all of these things. We have connections with people, but very rarely are they sit down, physical, face to face conversations with people. And it's the same. I believe it's the same thing with kissing. Kissing is one of those intimate things where you're face to face with somebody, and
up close and personal.
Thank you. And God. There are times throughout Scripture that talk about God's face, and so that's something that is special, that is unique. And so I told the kids, I said, that's something that's special. You don't want to just give those special things away to just random people or everybody or tons of different people. You want to save that for someone who's special. And
or bad kissers. I've had some unfortunate experiences. Not you. We won't go there. Carry on.
And so just said, you want to save special things for special people. You don't want to give away pieces of yourself and just to in a careless and haphazard way. So that was my explanation of kissing. But if
I think Yeah, and I
Yeah.
think it's different for different people. Like, you know, we were telling him, it's like, we wish we would have been the only. I wish he would have
Your
been my
lips
only kiss.
are the only ones I would
Yeah,
want.
and not necessarily that had to be at our wedding, because don't think we would have made it. But in fact, funny story. We might have told you this before, but we always said we would not. We were going to try to wait till we were engaged, I think, right, to kiss. But before we were even going out officially, we would we're confessing this to our 14-year-old who's listening.
She's looking at us.
But so we would kiss on the cheek, even on the neck, or around here, but not on the lips, because we had said
because
we would
technically that wasn't kissing.
hogwash. I think hodgepodge.
Legalism.
Yeah, that was legalism, and it was like, it's way more intimate to kiss someone on the neck than it is just to give them a peck on the cheek. And so then the night he asked me out, he asked if he could kiss me, and I
Nailed
said,
it.
all right. And the rest is history. So, but just that to say, I wish I would have kissed all these other people, prior to him, because it was like...
It's baggage. It's
Yeah.
things that you're...
But we also came up...
Here's a question
Yes,
for you.
go
Put
ahead.
you on the spot.
Oh, boy.
Do you regret every other kiss other than mine?
You really put me on the spot.
It's an honest answer.
There are some, yes.
That's not what I asked.
No, but...
We've already discussed that. We both have things where we go,
I don't know.
man, I wish I could rewind the clock and not
Right.
have done that.
Well, I think it's a hard question, because at the time, you cared about...
The person,
Usually,
sure. Sure.
You cared about the person,
Mhm.
But
that's what I'm asking. Like,
I don't know. I don't want to get into all of it, because people are going to get legalistic or whatever. But in one hand, if I hadn't ever kissed anyone else, there would, not that I compare, but you know what I'm saying? There just wouldn't be that,
Huh.
I'm not turning it around because I don't want to know. But anyway, all this to say, so we grew up in an era where there was just strict things, right? Courtship, and a lot of people weren't kissing until they're married. And again, if that's your conviction, great. But I think what we did, at least, was we'll set these boundaries, but then we would get as close to them as we could, or we'd cross them. Okay, but we won't do this. And it was just not really the right heart behind it, of being respectful to each other. It just wasn't the best.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yep, you're right. I was just trying to think, a friend of mine, Bob, used to say, do you get as close to the line as you can, but not cross the line, but see how close you can get to the line? Or do you try to stay as far away from the line as you can so that you don't mess up and accidentally cross the line, or compromise in a way that you're going to regret? So I think too many times we get, okay, if this is the line, let's see how close we can get to the line, but not cross the line. But we're gonna push that as close as we can.
Right.
When the reality is if we set a line, we should try to avoid that line with godliness as the goal. So
Yeah.
anyways,
So those were our kids' questions. Hey, Angela. Hey, Tara. See you guys there. Yeah, so those were our kids' questions. If your kids have some questions, have them ask you, or they could ask us too, and maybe we'll answer
or
them.
if you have questions,
Absolutely.
ask your questions.
And we're
Are we experts?
yeah, obviously not, is
No.
what I was going to say. But, on a marriage show, it's fun to talk about these kind of things. So we'd love to hear your feedback, your comments. And next week, I'm not sure if we're going to have a show. It's Halloween. And, ooh. I was thinking that in my head as you were saying that too. So do you guys... Let's just open it up. Do you guys celebrate Halloween, or don't you? I feel like...
Boy.
No, I'm just... We're not going to go on...
popcorn and just sit and watch this. So.
No, I'm just saying, we are very inconsistent. Sometimes we will go. So he didn't grow up trick-or-treating and stuff. I did. And so sometimes we go, sometimes we don't do anything, and sometimes we go to like trunk or treat or a harvest party. So our kids are always like,
what are we doing?
what are we doing? And they're usually upset and disappointed. So
and how many of you know that it's not always bad to keep your kids on their toes and just have some inconsistency in the important things? You know, your love, your care for them, your commitment to them, you're proud of them, all of those things.
Candy.
Yes, consistent, but can't. Well, no. See, here's what's happening. You like Halloween because they have to go work for the candy, and you just steal it from them. It's a parent tax. It's a parent tax.
I just
it's
take a tithe. I just take a tithe.
It's a tax.
I take a tithe of the first fruit. That's biblical.
That is. You're right. Teaching them the biblical command of tithe. Yes.
Anyway, but this year we are doing a trunk or treat.
We are.
Right? Yeah.
Oh. What are you going as?
Don't know, but we're trying to get one.
Mama bear. Oh,
That's a
you
good
should
idea.
dress up as a bear.
Okay.
I'm going to dress up as a mail box.
Ha ha. Funny. All right, guys. Well, we have gone on long enough, but we hope you enjoyed us answering the questions our kids ask us. And thanks for being here at this. We're going to have to do a little new thing for
This episode.
Fireside Chat. I don't know.
Don't do that again.
Okay. Fireside Chat. See ya.
Good night.